What up? It's on the sick one to sobriety. My name is Rob, and I'm an alcoholic and drug addict. Now I'm gonna pick up exactly where I left off, right? So I'm done with the 3 months of my program, and I'm kind of nervous because I know the fourth month is to head out and go look for work. And honestly, like it's been a while since I fucking worked. It's been a while since I've done anything positive with my life besides come here to this rehab. And my sponsor, my padrino, tells me like, "Hey, what's up, fat boy?" He's like, "You ready for to go out and look for Halle or what? Or do you want another month of rehab?" And I thought about it. The easiest choice would have been, "Nah, fuck it, let me stay another month." But I was like, "Why prolong what is inevitable? Like I have to go out eventually and live my life." So, but I was scared of triggers. That was the main thing. I was scared that I was gonna like see something emotional or just anything that's gonna make me go smoke or go drink or something. And I was like, fuck it, let's do it. But let me go out. Because at the end of the day, like you can say you plead your case to your sponsor, but it's still his decision if he wants to let you go out. And actually, they have to put it to a vote if it's okay. And I mean, most of the time they say yes, but like you still have to put it to a vote. It's a democracy up in there. Like everybody puts everything to a vote. No decision in that house goes down without a vote of at least 3 people. So it was time. They asked for the vote. Hey, can Robert go on Media Luz? They're like, yeah, fuck it. Who cares? Get that fool the fuck out of here. Let him get his ass to work. And since I'm around nothing but Mexican nationals, and we're all used to doing labor jobs, it was highly recommended to me to start earning money to go post up at the Home Depot parking lot, as you can see by the cover picture of this, right? And I was just like, ah. I was like, I had to do what I had to do, but honestly, to me personally, it was embarrassing as fuck. It was to me, it was the lowest of the low. Like I couldn't believe that I had to go post up in this parking lot with illegals and look for day work. Like, come on, dog. I'm a fucking American citizen. What the fuck am I doing with my life? But at the end of the day, I was like, fuck, I have to go. I have to do what I have to do to make some money, at least to just start moving around. I said, fuck it. And this is where you start putting into practice all the lessons that you were supposed to learn during your rehab stay. But as soon as you step out the door and you feel like a free person, all those lessons fucking go out the window. You don't give a fuck about anything they told you. First thing I went to go do was I went to go sleep. I don't know why, but a motherfuckers be tired up in there because we don't get good rest. We don't get good sleep. We're mentally exhausted from nothing but meetings and meetings and meetings. Junta, no juntamos ni madres. That's one of the favorite sayings that motherfuckers in there have and shit. And the first thing I did, bam. I remember having coming up on the bike because one of the homies that was right there had left his bike. he left he left his bike right there. And he's like, hey, Big Rob, if you want to use the bike, fool, it's easier to get around. Because honestly, the bus stop was a little far away, dog. For me to walk over there, it's not cabrón. I couldn't walk over there without breaking a little sweat. And especially in Escondido, it's hot. It's summertime. Like, nah, dog. So I got on the bike, pedal my way ass to the fucking. I pedaled my way down to go to the bus stop. I'd take the fucking the sprinter up to Oceanside. And I'll go sleep over there by the beach. Bien a gusto en las pinches bancas. Pass the fuck out. I already passed the fuck out. But that's besides the point. My first day out of the fucking rehab, I remember I had a backpack with me. And I had to ask echar humildad, right? I had to ask the cocinero, hey, te echo humildad con unos burritos. te echo, te echo humildad con unos burritos para llevar para lunch, dog. It's a trip. It's funny because I'm still kind of, I don't know if embarrassed is the right word, but I'm just still kind of like shy about it. I don't know. It's just, that was the life, right? And he said, Mom, that fool hooked me up with 3 big fat ass burritos of beans and rice and Jesus Christ. He said, oh, this way, here you go, here's your burritos. I drink some coffee before I bounce, and that's all I had to my name was 3 burritos. Man, fuck it, And I walked my happy ass to the Home Depot. It was a nice little walk. I want to say it would take me like about 40 minutes to get there. I mean, I'm a slow walker. There's a lot of me to walk. You know what I mean? So And I remember getting there and just like all kinds of thoughts running through my mind, like, fuck, I shouldn't even be here. I don't belong here, dog. Like, I should just bounce. I should just go home. And then I was like, whoa, I was like, fuck, dude. It was just so many thoughts running through my head. And I was just like, fuck it, I'm here. I gotta change. Remember, I have to play the part to my family. I have to prove to my family that I'm a changed person. And that's when it started to hit me like, oh, fuck, like, I'm not really doing this shit for me. I'm doing this shit for somebody else. And it's true. I just wanted to, like I repeated a lot in my videos that I was just doing it so my family could accept me back into their home. So I remember rolling up to the Home Depot. I went to the front entrance and I was like, let me see where these guys stand at. And sure enough, I see them in the back standing there, a big group of motherfuckers right there. I was like, fuck. I was like, fuck it. I remember walking up over there and people were looking at me weird, like, hey, what's up with this fat ass trying to get work? Like, like, he doesn't look like one of us, because honestly, I wasn't one of them, and there was a little bit of racism coming from their side too, because they were like, nah, that fool speaks English, like, get the fuck over there. And luckily enough, me speaking English actually helped me out get a few jobs. I remember the first job that I got right there was this poor doña. She was looking for somebody to help her move some stuff. And everybody was like, yeah, $20 an hour, $20 an hour. And I was just like, damn. She was asking people, like, hey, can you do 15? Can you do 15? Nobody wanted to. And I was dead broke. 0 pennies in my pocket. Nothing but fucking lint inside of my pockets. And I was just like, I'll do it for $10 an hour, doña. And she's like, for real? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And I kind of know, I find I felt fucked up, like taking advantage of an old lady like that, But she didn't give a fuck taking advantage of my labor, I'll tell you that. She's like, come on, let's go then. I hopped in the ride. She took me back to her apartment. I started moving all kinds of shit. We had to load up her U-Haul, take it to a storage in San Marcos, and then bring it back. It was like, I don't know, like 4.5 hours, 5 hours. Made myself a quick $45. And I still had her. She asked me, she's like, you want me to drop you off at Home Depot? And I was like, actually, you drop me off around the corner. That's where I live. And she's like, okay, cool. And that was the first money that I made in a long time. And I felt so fucking accomplished. I was like, fuck yeah, fucking hard day's work, because I was sweating bullets the whole day and shit. And it felt good to actually do something with my time. I felt like I was finally doing something constructive with my time. Even after feeling like a piece of shit, even after my ego getting butthurt, after my pride being shattered because I had to go stand at the parking lot in Home Depot with the illegals. I'm no better than them. Now I realize that I'm no better than them. I'm no better than any one person in this whole fucking world. At that time, I just had a different view of life. And it was so hard for me to accept it, even after going there for weeks. Like, it was just so hard for me to accept that I was just a regular person and that I wasn't better than anybody. But I was willing to do what I had to do to get some money, to be able to move around and find a job that I actually liked. So there was a job that I actually wanted, was at the 99-cent store, because it was convenient. It was like a 3-minute bike ride. And I just thought it was going to be a cool job, And I used to go. I remember one time when I didn't get nothing at Home Depot, I rode the bike over there to the 99-cent store. Freaking, I applied. I asked for the manager, and the manager hit me up, and then he's like, "Nah, we don't got no openings." He's like, check in next week. I didn't wait next week. I started checking in every fucking day. I would roll, whatever would happen, I'd roll up to the 99-cent store and I'd ask for the manager, Josh. And, hey, what's up? Any openings? Just every day, constant, every day for about almost 2 weeks. And then the answers started going from no, there's nothing coming up, to eventually it turned into, I think something's coming up. Like, yeah, we might have an opening for you. And I just kept bugging them and showing them. I was persistent about it. And then eventually, till one day when I was just like, wow, this guy's never going to fucking hire me, dog. But I was like, fuck it. Let me just go and see what happens. I go and I ask him, hey, what's up, Josh? And we were on first name basis. I was like, hey, what's up, Josh? Do you have anything open? And he's like, actually, yeah. He's like, I'm going to hire you. He's like, go back to that office right there. There's a lady by the name of, I don't remember her name, and she's gonna start the hiring process with you right now. And I was like, "Wow, for real?" He's like, "Yeah." And I fucking shook his hand. I was like, "Thanks, bro. I appreciate it." And I started working in the freezer section. And then that freezer section turned into something I did not expect. And I'm gonna get into that later.